I'm doing a 14-day prayer vigil for murdered and missing Indigenous women. We've walked from Duncan to here, and I've got a sacred fire because that is a part of our, when we do a fast, I'm not eating. No. I'm an Indigenous woman who is from unceded Aboriginal territory, and during my ceremony, this is they already are aware of it, and they've come by already this morning. They just left.
We'll put it out then. We have to put it out. I can't do those.
Well, it will be YouTubed, and you will be putting out a sacred fire. And I'll file a human rights complaint for you impeding on my federally protected right.
Absolutely.
So I would like you to call the police, please.
Can I get your name?
My name.
What's that?
Call the police.
Sounds good.
Ask for Sergeant Darrell. He was down yesterday. He said if I had any problems, that I was to call and request for him. Well, they're here to keep the peace, so I would like them to be here to keep the peace. So you putting out my sacred fire is not peaceful at all.
You guys have to leave, right? Isn't that right? 8 o'clock.
This is private property. This is the Attorney General's office's property. This is not...
8 o'clock, you guys have to leave, right?
No, they don't. The police have already been down here and cleared this up.
You're not putting out our fire either.
Come on.
Right.
What's your name?
You're gonna blast me with the fire hose, bud?
What's your name?
Come here.
What's your name? What's your
I
name?
want your name first.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Give me your name and I'll give you mine. The police already know my name.
I need your name for my report. What's your name?
Christine.
You guys see that? You guys see that?
What's your last name?
Marjorie. Margery. Brett. Brett.
What's your phone
My
number?
date of birth is March 9th,
I don't need that. I just need
1975.
your phone number.
250-210-0024. This is Attorney General's office's property.
I know this is his.
And
that just started yesterday?
if they want us off their land, they will have to go through a court injunction and evict us. Thank you.
Hey.
What's your name?
No, you need to talk to me. I'm the officer in charge. These guys really need to know their names. Marjorie.
They're already on their...
They're on public land. They can do what they want. They can stand here.
Yeah,
You can
so
put
they
my
can.
camera. You can talk to me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just filming all of you and your guys' interactions.
As long as you're not using branches for firewood, that was their only concern. Once they started using fire,
Is this what you guys represent for murdered and missing Indigenous women? This is a sacred fire.
a sacred fire.
This represents the women that were murdered on the Highway of Tears. My sisters.
I walked 60 kilometers. I didn't eat for 4 days.
Why don't you go back to work right now? Why don't you go back to work?
Listen to this fucking guy, man.
Are you threatening me? Are you going to threaten me? Really?
Threatening, man.
No, you're
Shut up.
You're threatening me. You just threatened me.
Call the cops.
I have. They're coming.
Good. Blast my fire out, bud. I dare you.
Are you still threatening me?
That's not a threat.
That was a threat.
Threatening you, sir.
You just threatened me.
It was on
I dare you,
record.
right? I dare you. You just dared
That's
me.
not a
You're
threat.
threatening me?
Is that right? Wow, really? That's the
English
best you
is a
got?
broken language.
You have the ancestors to answer to. If you put out my fire, the ancestors will come and deal with
Don't get my
you.
face. Don't get my face. You can stand there, but don't get my face.
Get away from my fire.
There
No,
will be no
I can stand here if I
fire
like.
at this camp.
They're on their way.
They're on their way.
Here, and they see what you guys are doing. They're gonna have something else to say about that. I hope you guys are ready for that.
Absolutely.
Like you
Wear a
guys are
stripe,
looking like
you
real hard at
fucking
work here.
saints.
Real fucking hard at work.
Are you threatening my
Saint
guys?
cats from
Nobody's
the
threatening
streets.
you, sir.
Well, why don't you
Okay?
guys just go back?
Nobody's
Nobody's
threatening
don't talk to
anybody.
us anymore until the cops come, okay?
Fine. You
You
don't
do
talk
that?
to us anymore until the cops come. How about
I'm not
that?
saying to say a thing.
Instigator.
And yet your mouth.
You're
keeps
still
flapping.
going.
How about this?
Saboteur.
How
You
about
sit
this?
down
Until the
and be
cops
quiet.
comes, go stand by that tree right there.
No, I'll stand right here.
Saboteur.
Shame on you.
Shame.
Putting out a
Why are you still
sacred
talking?
fire.
You know how to shut it off?
Why are you still
You
here?
shut it off. I'm
You
in
should be
public,
ashamed
asshole.
of yourselves.
Public figure.
You
Don't
should
threaten
be
me.
ashamed of yourself
I've got
and
several
your
threats against me right
behavior.
now from you.
Fuck, man.
So what's your name?
It's all on record.
I
He
know it
has
is.
not threatened
I
you
know
at
there's a
all.
gentleman behind you who's been threatening me.
No,
so I
he
need to know
hasn't.
your name. What's your
Am
name?
I under arrest for being detained?
What's your name?
Am I under arrest for being
Okay, he's not giving me his name. So now everyone on YouTube can
Because I'm
see
under my
the guy who's
right
threatening
not
me
to,
is not giving me his name.
Joker.
Don't say another word, guys, when the cops get here.
That's wise.
You a fucking sleuth now?
Ooh.
Someone from
Are you saying stuff again?
Yeah,
The guy who's threatening me?
I'm threatening shit, man.
Let me
You're
ask you this.
threatening me. I'm standing in front of my sacred fire.
Does your alarm clock threaten you in the morning when it goes off, sir? Is that threatening to you? Right? You see the logic?
He understands. Absolutely. Work sucks.
What would you do if it was your daughter that was murdered? What would you do if it was your niece that was murdered? What would you do if it was your mother that was murdered on the highway of tears?
What are you, officer?
Yeah, go
like
back to your
sergeant?
truck.
Whatever.
Shame on you! Shame!
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 Shame on you!
Because they're forced to. Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
We're here standing for justice for murdered and missing Indigenous women.
I'm a pipe carrier.
Justice for kids and families equal to criminals.
I'll join. I'll join you with that fire.
They took my fucking pain. We're not fucking it out.
They won't take that drive. Cops won't show up. Watch the piece on that camera left, Christy?
I'm not sure.
There.
Do you have yours?
I do.
Okay.
I wish my camera still worked.
Even if it doesn't, man, hold it up like it does.
And see if you can find a.
I'll pray that they have a heart.
You know what? I've got alleys to smoke, so we just go away, please. Can you leave?
I'm smudging anyone that comes into our area. Anyone that comes into our camp will be smudged out with our sacred medicines.
If you come near me, I'm going to charge you for shoving smoke in my face, all right?
Anyone that comes into our camp is going to be smudged.
Back off.
If you've got asthma, how can you be a
I
fireman?
have an inhaler.
Asthma's imaginary. It was invented by big pharma to sell you things.
Roger. Are you guys coming to us now? Is that what you're doing?
I'm smudging out anyone that comes into our camp.
I have an allergy, and you want to put that on YouTube, go ahead. So I take Advair for that. And if you're trying to put smoke in my face, I'm going to charge you for that.
You came right
All
up
right?
to the fire
That's my
that
job.
has
That's
smoke.
my job.
So what's
That's my-
wrong with
'cause
this?
You came to me with a bunch of smoke in your hand.
You just walked right into a fire
That's
with
my
smoke.
job.
So what's the difference?
'Cause you came
This
to me.
is sacred.
You came to me
This
walking
is
in
sacred.
circles.
You walked into my
Enough.
sacred
Enough.
camp and you are interrupting a sacred vigil.
Enough.
You don't want to be around smoke and then get away
Enough.
from my sacred fire.
You get away from me. You get away from me. Everybody see that? You get away from me.
Go back to your truck and wait for the police.
You go over there in your little campground.
Why you scared?
I'm not scared of anything.
Why'd you walk away?
You're scared.
Fuck.
Yeah. Listen, are you threatening me again?
That's the only line they give you.
Is that all you have? Is that all you have, really? Is that what you have?
Yep. I think you're more threatening. You guys all have brains, okay? Just because he's being loud does not mean that you guys have to follow suit. Use your own brains and see what's around you.
In your own heart, what would you do if it was your daughter? What would you do if it was your niece? What would you do if it was your mother? What would you do if it was your grandmother?